There's a particular moment in every dog's life that many of us miss. It doesn't happen when you give a command, offer food, or call their name. It tends to happen during those quiet pauses between actions, when they're not being asked to do anything. During these moments, your dog isn't trying to decide whether to listen to you. They're busy making important decisions, such as whether it's okay to let their guard down around you. Welcome to the Bonded Dog. In this episode, we're taking a break from training, obedience, and tricks. We're venturing into a deeper, quieter realm that shapes every interaction you have with your dog, albeit subtly. I totally get it. Emotional safety isn't something you can just see, and that's okay. It's like a secret pact that your dog makes with you over time. Once you've established this agreement, you'll see things really start to change. The first layer: how dogs read the world. A dog does not enter your home as a blank slate. Long before they understand your routines, your voice, or your intentions, they are already reading you in ways that rarely draw attention. Not through language, not through logic, but through patterns that repeat quietly beneath everything you do. The rhythm of your footsteps as you move from one room to another, the subtle tension that gathers in your shoulders without you realizing it, the way your presence fills a space or withdraws from it without a word being spoken. To you, these details may feel insignificant, almost invisible, but to a dog, they are the primary language of understanding. Every small movement becomes a signal, every pause becomes information, every shift in energy becomes something to interpret. And over time, these fragments begin to form a larger picture, one that answers a question your dog is always asking without ever saying it directly. What kind of presence are you? Because to a dog, safety is not defined by comfort alone. Comfort can exist for a moment and disappear just as quickly. Safety is something more stable, something that holds its shape over time. It is defined by predictability, by the quiet consistency of reactions that do not suddenly change direction without warning. The second layer: the absence of pressure. One of the most misunderstood aspects of emotional safety is that it is not always created by what you actively do, but often by what you choose not to bring into the space. The absence of pressure, the absence of sudden intensity, the absence of emotional volatility that can shift without warning. These absences are not empty. They are meaningful in a way that is easy to overlook. Because for a dog, pressure does not always come from obvious actions. It can exist in the way attention is given too abruptly, in the way energy rises too quickly, in the way expectations are placed into a moment that was previously calm. And when these patterns repeat unpredictably, a dog learns to stay slightly guarded, even in environments that appear safe on the surface. But when those elements begin to disappear, something changes. The space around them starts to feel different, not because something new has been added, but because something unsettling has been removed. And in that quiet absence, a new kind of experience becomes possible. The third layer: trust without testing. Many people believe trust is something dogs constantly test, but true emotional safety removes the need for testing altogether. When a dog feels safe, they do not need to check whether you will react harshly, unpredictably, or inconsistently. They already know. This is why some dogs follow you from room to room without anxiety, while others remain in the same space calmly, without needing constant reassurance. Safety does not always look like closeness. Sometimes it looks like quiet independence, a dog resting in another room, completely at ease, because your presence has already answered their questions. The fourth layer: vulnerability in stillness. Perhaps the clearest sign of emotional safety is not excitement, but stillness. A dog that feels safe will allow themselves to be vulnerable in your presence. They will sleep deeply, exposing parts of themselves they would normally protect. They will exist without constantly monitoring the environment. This kind of vulnerability cannot be forced. It cannot be trained into existence. It emerges when a dog no longer feels the need to manage uncertainty. And in that stillness, something profound happens. Your dog is no longer just coexisting with you. They are trusting you with their unguarded state. The fifth layer: the memory of consistency. There is something else happening beneath the surface that most people never consider. Your dog is not only responding to what you are in the present moment, but also to what you have been over time. Every interaction, every reaction, every quiet moment that passed without disruption is being stored somewhere within them, forming a kind of emotional memory that shapes how they approach you. This memory is not built from dramatic moments. It is not created by a single act of kindness or a single calm interaction. It is formed through repetition, through the steady accumulation of experiences that begin to resemble one another. When nothing unpredictable interrupts that pattern, your dog begins to rely on it. Not consciously, not as a decision, but as something that feels safe to assume. And this is where something subtle begins to change. Your dog no longer needs to evaluate every moment as if it were new. They begin to carry forward an expectation, one that is shaped by everything you have consistently shown them. That expectation becomes a kind of quiet trust, one that exists even before anything happens. This is why some dogs relax the moment they see you, even before you speak or move. Not because of what you are doing in that instant, but because of what you have always done. The past, in a way, begins to soften the present. The sixth layer, safety without constant closeness. Emotional safety is often mistaken for constant proximity, but the two are not the same. A dog that feels safe does not always need to be near you. In fact, one of the clearest signs of deep safety is the ability to exist comfortably at a distance, without tension, without the need to monitor you closely. There is a quiet confidence in this kind of space. Your dog may choose another room, another corner, another place entirely, and yet nothing about that distance feels uncertain to them. They are not leaving to escape. They are simply existing without the need to stay anchored to you at all times. Emotional safety and transition. If you look closely, you might realize that your dog has been showing you these signs all along. Not in dramatic gestures, but in small, consistent patterns that repeat when you are not actively paying attention. The way they settle when you sit down. The way they choose a place near you without being called. The way their body softens in your presence. These are not coincidences. They are conclusions your dog has reached about you. Emotional safety is not something you can demand from a dog. It is something they offer when the environment and the person within it consistently feel predictable, calm, and trustworthy. And once it is given, it becomes the foundation for everything else: connection, loyalty, even the quiet forms of love that never need to be expressed loudly. If this made you see your dog a little differently, then you are already closer to understanding them than most. And if you want to continue exploring the hidden emotional world your dog lives in every day, consider subscribing. Because sometimes, the most important things your dog feels are the ones they never show directly.